Hi, good morning, fellas. It is the 19th, and this video is directed to the powers that be. I'm not very political, but I would like to say to those of you who think you make decisions for us that we have had enough and we don't want to play your games any longer. And here's my opinion on the objective reality of what is going on and why I do not think our government gives a shit about any of us anymore for any reason, and that includes all of us that have served. Talking about serving, do you realize how many careers and people's lives they ruined over them standing up for those soldiers, sailors, service members who stood up for themselves and wouldn't take the jabs, wouldn't take the COVID-19 vaccine? They ruined their lives. And our military is a shell of what it used to be. They got rid of operators. Now, I don't know if you know what the difference between a tier 1 and a tier 5 soldier is, or a tier 1 operator and a tier 2 operator. Anyways, there's levels to everything. And they have hollowed out our military and turned it into a DEI experiment, which when you need the dog's war, you don't need to be touchy-feely about it. Your job as a government official in the military isn't about racial equality or equality. It's to look, find, locate, close with, and destroy the enemy without mercy. Now, there are rules of engagement, and anyways, let me not get all right. Now, add to that we seem to have, our government seems to have trillions, billions and trillions of dollars for foreigners, foreign governments, the Ukraine. What the hell do we care about the Ukraine? One of the, if not the most corrupt countries on planet Earth. Why are we sending them billions and trillions of dollars? That's just one. What about all the other countries we send foreign aid to? Why aren't the Europeans paying their fair share for their own defense? What about our southern border, which I live on in El Paso, Texas? There are millions, almost, I believe, tens of millions of people who've come across in the last 3 years. It's so bad down here, and they're trying so hard to hide it, our government, again, that they move the people that come across, and I think it's between 25 and 3,500 people a day. That's a day here in El Paso. Now, when they move them, is between 11:30 and 3:30. The buses come in when it's dark. They don't have many lights on. They put them on the buses and they just take them away. Downtown, in either our sister city of Juarez or El Paso is not safe. Anyways, but we have money to give them cell phones, clothes, food, shelter, a green card to go to work. But if the African American or the black community needs some help, that money's gone for you. The Latin American economy that's been here for forever, that money's gone for them. I'll give you another thing about service. Which heritage, Latin American heritage, their men have won more medals of honor than any other ethnic group on planet Earth. I mean, in the United States forever. And their communities are being devastated by all these other communities. There are Chinese nationalists coming across the border here in El Paso, Texas, and they're mostly men. Anyways, and you know another thing we're sick of? We're sick of the corruption. I'll tell you a little dirty secret about down here in El Paso, Texas. You want to make an extra $40,000 every month? You become an ICE agent and you work at one of the border checkpoints. All you have to do is when they send you a couple of license plates, let that car go through, let that truck go through, let those people go through. And you just made 40 grand a month. Times 12 is almost $500,000. Nobody's investigating those guys. And the only time you'll ever see a massive bust, which this stuff's getting in the country somehow. Anyways, let me shut the fuck up and move on. We've just had enough. We're not playing your little reindeer games anymore. There's a reason why truckers aren't going to New York City anymore. Today's the day they start that. There's a reason why there's a convoy. There's a reason why the state of Texas is taking the security of the border into their own hands. The federal government, the people that live and work in the District of Maryland, District of Washington, D.C., Maryland and Virginia, the DMV, it's also called the Capital Beltway because there's four, 295, 95, 395, and I guess 495 that surround the Capitol. They're deluded. They live in a bubble. They don't give a shit about us. They give a shit about their military companies. Anyways, let me just stop. People are sick and tired of it. And I just don't see things getting better before they get very bad. And many people have had enough. We're not letting you ship our ass across the planet to fight another war for your company or for your benefactors. We're not going. I can't even tell you. Where's all those billions and trillions of dollars for our people, for our infrastructure, for our power grid? Our bills keep going up. Good, hard-working families can't afford to live here in their own communities. And they're gladly pushing them out. It's called the Great Replacement, and it's actually going on in front of our eyes. All right, that's enough from me about this stuff, but people have had enough. And this is an election year. We've had enough of you. And we're not going to put up with it. Stay safe and healthy. You guys, you have to take care of yourselves. Nobody gives a shit about us. Take care of each other if you can, and if you can't, you have to take care of yourself. Men, you are our future. Do not let them waste your lives. Like a fort in a G-string from West Texas, El Paso. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.